Let's start recording. So last time we spoke about joy of the mitzvah. We're moving on right now. I feel the energy, feel the chava right now. Did we just lose someone? Or am I making that up? I just saw someone disappear. We're talking about memory. This is pretty crazy sugya that we're about to enter. So let's just try to remember. You must be very careful to cultivate a good memory and not fall into forgetfulness. Let's say that again. It's a very deep sentence. I want us to open up our hearts. You must be very careful to cultivate a good memory and not fall into forgetfulness. What is a good memory, you ask, iPhone 1? It means keeping the world to come constantly in the forefront of your mind, never forgetting it. So maybe what Rabbi Nachman's saying here, just looking at it right now and where my thoughts are, always focusing on the present and understanding that the world is Hashem, Hashem is the world, while also having the vision, which we'll speak about later. It would be very proper for every Jew to make it a daily habit as soon as he opens his eyes in the morning before doing anything else to recall that the world to come is only the true goal, right? That's what we're working towards. Oh my God, iPhone 1, this is your time. This is your time. It's your time to tie it in. He should do this as soon as he wakes up, right? That's part of having the vision, but it's also understanding that you're in this world and you're serving Hashem and we're doing good. We're doing the joy of the mitzvos. We're rejoicing. We're simcha. That's what Rabbi Nachman talks about here. Questions, comments. There's so much going on. But let's just remember, never fall into forgetfulness. You know, I heard this shir once from Rav Weinberger. He's speaking about forgetfulness. It's an 8-part series. The deepest thing, I got to do chazar on it because I haven't touched it or looked at it in a while, but I could almost remember him saying, bring up this mashal, how, you know, you have someone who, what is a true friend? What is a true friend? A true friend is someone who reminds you where your heart is, right? So you could be walking on the street and you could drift off the derech, you could drift off the path that you yourself truly want, and you can fall into that forgetfulness. The highest level is reminding yourself, right? Is being aware and also forcing yourself to get back on the path. But what's a true friend? And we can all learn from this and bring this to our relationships with our family, with our friends, is always to remind the other person where their heart truly is. Whether that's you doing action, whether that's you learning their story, asking them a couple of questions, making a comment, but we could take this into many different levels, you know, based off the Rav Moshe Weinberger Torah. So, and Rabbi Nachman, of course. Anyone else have anything to share? Questions, comments? Please feel free. I don't know if that made sense. Hopefully it did. Yimir Hashem is penetrating the souls. We opened our hearts. Gevalt. All right.
Jack, can I ask you? It says in that book where it says that in Rabbi Nachman.
I got something.
Volume. Yeah, what?
It says. Oh, go on.
No, go ahead. Go for it. I thought you were just asking where it was. If you have something to say.
No, Kusasi knows. By the way, Kusasi knows.
I know what.
You know where it is.
Yeah.
All right, Gavalt.
No, just what you said. Cultivate your memory. Was it memory or mind, so that you always have in your head that everything you're doing is for the world to come. If you think about if you just break down those words, what does it mean? Like cultivate means like work the land, sort of. So you have to work it within yourself. So in your day to day, that everything that you're doing is not just like I was thinking about it in terms of like when you said think about the world to come. I'm like, oh, but you're always thinking about the future, really you should be thinking about the present. No, don't get lost in the future. Don't get lost in the past. And then I thought about it. Okay, change perspective. It's talking about like what you should be doing in your day to day should be representative of how you want your world to come to be like. So cultivate it, work your day so that everything that you do in your day relates is something that you would want in the world to come, if that makes any sense.
No, it
It's like,
makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And like the Pizzas Rabbi, Rav Yair, it's like ingrained in my head. It's like really important to have vision, right? To think about Olam Haba, to think about Mashiach. But if you're allowing yourself to have that vision and to dream big, you have to demand of yourself double the amount, right? And by demanding of yourself in the present, you're constantly reminding yourself what, like you said, and that's part of the good memory, is the demand that you have on yourself in the present. You'll always remind yourself that this is towards the future, right? Like cleaning the dishes is for your future kids, it's for your future wife or husband, right? Taking out the garbage, the same thing, and learning Gemara, being on Zoom at 9:08 p.m. on a Tuesday night when we could have decided to do another thing, to maybe sleep, to play some video games, to watch some YouTube, some Netflix, right? All this is towards the future, in your future. So this is all part of, like you said, cultivating the good memory. It's really important. Touching on a great point. Thank you.
If I may go back to what I was asking. You said it's in the Likutei Moharan, where?
It says it's the first volume, 54.
54. It says in Sichot Haran 26 Chavav, which, as we know, 26 Yud Kevav is Yud Kevav, okay, Gewalt. Reb Nachman tells us that Shchicha, the idea of forgetting, is a Pel Gadol. When the whole world says that we shouldn't forget things, he says, Be'enai, in my eyes, Shchicha Pel Gadol, I think is the language exactly. And he explains there, that's exactly, we're not saying different things. He wasn't saying, it's the same person saying the same thing. That when we allow ourselves to forget all that has brought us down and all that has taken us back and forth and here and there to waywardness, to places that we find ourselves, that we ask ourselves every day, how did I get here? Where am I even standing? Standing in the middle of Shemona Esrei, I'm in the middle of Al Tzadikim. I didn't even say Slach Lanu. What's going on? But that exact idea of forgetting to not forget is exactly what Rabbi Nachman's talking about. That ability that we have, each and every one of us, to just say, well, I'm just going to forget the past and also remember every single second of it. That ability that we have to just say, okay, it was a bad Shemona Esrei. I think it's the Chatam Sofer that says that when you find yourselves in the middle of Sim Shalom, you should complete the blessing with full kavanah. It's as if you davened an entire Shemona Esrei. And he uses the exact language of when you find yourself, when you realize exactly as he just said, when you find yourself in the middle of Sim Shalom Sofa, somehow you went through an entire Shemona Esrei without even realizing you were doing Shemona Esrei. At least have a full kavanah, because those last words of Sim Shalom are, as we said before, cultivating the entire process of Geula and standing before God. And really, and that's what this whole thing's about. It says in the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Sadi Chet, 98 Amar Aleph. Someone just pointed this out to me today, actually. This idea he actually listens to and sees learning Torah all the time. And he pointed out that the ability that we have to constantly await Mashiach and yearn for Mashiach is that which is based on our past, going back to the times of the sages and going back to the Avram and all the way back. And that aspect that we have to remember, but yet anything that
I love when the Wi-Fi plays tricks like that. Also, this happened before Moishela because you were trying to explain to me the same piece. And I was like, Mama's recording before you guys came on, and it's still cut off. Maybe I'm not zocha to listen to this Torah.
I don't know if any of you guys heard it.
Did you guys hear it?
I heard it.
All right, so Baruch Hashem, you guys heard it. Baruch Hashem. Maybe you'll be on the recording. Who knows? Wow.
That's what needs to happen.
Good. Crazy. Anyone else? Anyone else? Hopefully I could hear you guys. Questions, comments?
I think that like we're always like told to like prepare for Shabbos, we're always preparing like other things, but we forget to like prepare ourselves. And so like I think that we have to remember that we are in and of itself like something to be prepared for something else, and that like I know I myself forget, and so I think that's just like something important to realize.
Very, very much important. Anyone else? Thank you, Alana, for that. Leora, Daniel, Ariella, Michaela, Shoshi.
Just a shrecha, Jack. Shrecha.
Ashrecha. Ashrecha. Anyone else have anything to say before we conclude? This is beautiful, beautiful Torah. All right, Gevalt. Well, I just want to wish you guys nothing but health, happiness, and success. The Torah that we learned tonight, the Torah that all of you shared, you know, it's amazing to listen. It's Gevalt that you guys are on and we're on together. It's so big. It's just so healthy. But hopefully we could take a piece of it and bring it into our lives. So even if it means davening for it every single day, that you could bring into action, it's so beautiful. So Mirza Hashem, whether you're in Stern, whether you're in York University, whether you're in Shana Bed TVA, whether you're in Stern at the Kotel, but really at the Kotel, the heart is at the Kotel. You know, whether you're Shana Bed Oraita, and whether you're in Tiferet, I believe, whether you're in VC, connecting bridges, sort of like what Moshe Schiff is doing. And again, iPhone 1, connecting bridges from America to Israel. Mirza Hashem, guys, we should continue tomorrow, and everyone should be well, dream big, while also demanding of yourself. Mirza Hashem.